flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn. It's a new day, it's a new life. And I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. River running free, you know how I feel. Blossom on the tree, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life.
Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome Tuesday night here for the Hidden Wit Brewery Xfinity Series here in Goat Locker Racing and on V-Speed. I'm Eddie Smith. Glad to have y'all here tonight for some amazing racing at Dover Motor Speedway. And we are in week number 5 of this series, and we are moving right on through this season. If you're thinking about playoff hopes, championship, you better get with it tonight. What a great place to kind of set yourself apart as a driver than Dover Motor Speedway. Let's not waste any time. I want to thank Lincoln Tech for their sponsorship of this series, of this fall league, Hidden Wit for the sponsorship of this series. Let's take a look at Dover International Speedway. It's called Dover Motor Speedway, I think. I don't know. They keep changing the name. It may be Dover International Speedway now since it was bought out. But 24-degree banking is one of the faster tracks. It's a lot like Darlington, but it's like riding a roller coaster. It's such a fun track, such an enjoyable race. You can see the monster. I forget his name. He's got an actual name, but man, cannot wait to get this thing going. And boy, we got already gritting started right here. Let's see who's going to be on the Jam Printing and Promotions poll and take that award. Gosh, dog, if it ain't Mike George who takes the Jan Printing Promotions Poll Award here tonight. Kicking butt already. He's been a Mike George type season. He's been just unbelievable. And he's coming off a great weekend. Him and Patrick Dravitt going to start on the front row. In row number 2 is going to be even more of those drivers. Boy, they must be relaxed. They must be rested up because look at them. Jacob Ellingson, Jamie Barkas in row number 2. In 5th, it's going to be Jeremy Gardner and Michael McCarthy in that 6th spot. In 7th, Cody McElwain with Alex Cruz. In 8th, in 9th, Daniel Cunningham, Kyle Holt, They're in the 10th position. Glad to have him tonight. You'll be watching that number 59 machine. He'll be quick. 11, going to be Chance Taylor, winner. In Goat Locker, going to be in 11th. Brandon Wallace looking for his first win of the season in 12th. In 13th, we got a lot of drivers to get there. We're going to do it pretty quickly, but we are running out of time. We got Jeremiah Mullins, Andy Kurtz in 14th. 15th, Tyler Justice, Mickey Isaac in 16th. 17th, Johnny Cofield, Michael Cossack in 8th. 19th, John Anthony, Joe Hobbs in 20th. 21st, Mark Hallfield and Lance Ripka in 22nd. These guys did not set a time. 23rd, Chris Sawyer, winner. Brett Beaver in 24th. 25th, George Jewell, Keith Haney in 26th. Going to try that back to the front type stuff here tonight, looks like. In 27th, Travis Beaver, Bobby Tremaine in 28th. 29th, Daniel Blow, 30th, Matt Knights. Christopher Hyder in 31st. Doug Ellingson in 32nd. Aaron Wright, glad to have him back. 33 drivers here at Dover Motor Speedway, and we're getting ready to go racing as they come through the back stretch. Take a look at your race analysis. 115 laps, 4 tire sets available, 2 green, white checkered pins, fixed setup, 80 to 85 laps of fuel. About to get this thing rolling here as pace car going to pull off the track. We're getting this thing 115 laps at Dover Motor Speedway. I hope you're ready. This is going to be exciting. Probably going to be a tough start to the race. We'll see if we can get some green flag racing. Green flag is out here in the Hidden Wit Brewery Xfinity Series. So far, so good. Mike George, Patrick Dravick side by side for the lead. Dravick's going to get into the wall. He's going to get stuck to the wall just a little bit. He gets off, but that's going to give Mike George the control of this race. Early in the caution is out. Christopher Hyder is involved. Brett Beaver, Mark Hollifield is backwards on the track. You can see the 76 spun around sideways. We got a 1 full lap in before caution comes out. Let's see if we can go back and find out here on the V-Speed replay. Here's the restart. Pink car was involved. Chris Sawyer was behind him. He just did not get a great jump. So everything kind of piled up behind him. That Mo's a 76 car. The 22 is going to get into the wall. That's where it starts. The 22, that is Joe Hobbs, gets into the right rear quarter panel, and you see a couple drivers getting a little. That was Brett Beaver getting a little piece of that. Mark Hollifield goes around. Going to have some damage, but they do have a fast repair, but damage didn't look too bad. So hopefully he is not too tore up. See a couple of drivers back here with some damage. Like Brett Beaver has a good amount of that AOA front end all kind of crinkled up a little bit. Well, we got the start out of the way, so now we kind of get the calm back down, get this thing back rolling as they rolling under pace laps. The guys are going to come down, either get a fast repair, some damage fixed. But let's talk a little bit about this season so far. You know, we've kind of mentioned it. If you watch Goat Talk, we talked a little bit about the point standings at the moment. Not really fleshed out at the moment. The way that it works, so there's 15 races, I do believe, in each series. And the point standings, the way it works, they have 2 drop weeks. So if you miss a week or 2, it's fine. It's not going to kill you. You're still going to be able to compete for the championship. But iRacing does it automatically. You go in there and set it before the season starts. And what it does, it drops your worst point total race. So if you have a race where you missed, that's a 0-point race. It'll drop that out. And it does it from the very start of the season. So 2 races in, you know, it'll have both of those. Once you get to the 3rd race, it'll drop 1. And so it doesn't really, the picture doesn't really come into full, you know, the full picture here after week number 5 is really where we'll have a really good idea of who is doing what. But we're starting to get there right now. Michael Kostick, Cody McElwain to Watkins Glen. Just dominant performances out of both of those. Just so much fun to watch. They sit atop of the point standings, both with a win, an average finish of 2nd. Jacob Ellingson is sitting there in 3rd in the points. Patrick Dravick tied with Daniel Cunningham for 4th and 5th. So it is definitely starting to shape up. But after tonight, we'll have a really great picture of that. But we'll see. We'll see who's willing to kind of take the reins on this series and kind of stamp their logo or just put their name, etch it into the Xfinity Series Hall of Fame, I guess. Take a look at your driver cams here tonight. We've got Jake Ellington, George Schull, Patrick Rabbit, Mickey Isaac, and Jeremy Gardner on cam. Appreciate all those guys. Get ready to go back green. Mike George with the lead. This time he'll be able to control the restart. Pace car going to pull off. We'll get this race back underway. Heard a lot of discussion about this track being loose, so it'll be something to take inventory of. And right now, everybody gets clear here on this restart. You see the track only 105 degrees as it goes sailing down into the corners. But I mean, this is what it's like. Look at the big run here. Got teammates going to battle it out, drop down in the corner, and it's just like a roller coaster. Let's go on board with Jake Ellington here just to see what it's like. You can hear the nervousness in the throttle as he comes off the corner down into the, just kind of gives you a big old hug. You got to get back on the throttle. You need the speed off of 2 here to carry the run down the straightaway. And at this point, with the tires being as good as they are, you really have to make sure that you don't give them any speed at all, because look behind Jacob Ellington. It won't take but just a second and you will be going backwards and getting past. So top 3 kind of nose to tail with Jeremy Garner kind of waiting in the wings as Dravitt kind of pushes up the track a little bit. And the 27 kind of peeking his nose in there. He's going to get to the back bumper. Oh, big wreck in the back. Brandon Wallace goes up. He's flipping down the back straightaway in the track blocker. There's the 57 sideways. Keith Haney involved. And the 99 of Brandon Wallace goes flipping down the back straightaway and brings out the caution. That was a massive hit for the 99. He's on the outside, maybe looking, got Kyle Holden right in front of him. This is right before it happened. I can't really see. That's the 4 of Michael Kostick making a little bit of contact, and golly, look at that. Parts and pieces going everywhere. This never really was possible until a recent update where they allowed blowovers in these cars, but that is violent for sure. Hey, look at that again. Kind of watching from the 4 point of view here. Gonna get to the outside of Brandon Wallace, and I don't know if it was net code. Hard to say, but good. It's iRacing just completely glitching out here. Trying to get a better view of this, because look how violent that was. It looks like there might have been a little bit of net code, but honestly, it's just, it got really, really close. Yeah, I mean, there was net code, that's for sure. Good grief. You can see just... I hope you didn't drink a carton of milk or anything before the race, because you lost every bit of it after that one. So Brandon Wallace will go down, and it looks like Kostick just called it quits after that. Did not even attempt to take the tow, said maybe my race is over. Brandon Wallace did take the tow back to pit road, obviously. Tow truck working miracles. He'll get that faster. He'll get back out there. He is currently 2 laps down. It's going to be tough to get that back, but pretty major wreck out of that. And that's Dover, baby. That is the track. That is exactly what you can expect. Just what could be, just pedestrian contact, just easy, just barely making contact. The speeds and the loads in these corners is just unbelievable. And that right there is a great example of why this track is so difficult. It requires pinpoint precision, accuracy. When people talk about drivers' tracks, Dover is in that list alongside Darlington, maybe even Bristol, as tracks that really require just perfection from the winner here tonight. We saw Dover a few weeks ago, or actually last week, I think. it was a few weeks ago, where Chance Taylor wins the ARCA race. It's 3 cars in front of him get collected, and they all wreck. Chance Taylor was able to get around him. So it is this is not for the faint of heart, but it's one of the most fun tracks in iRacing. I can guarantee you that. Your car will be really fast around the bottom early on. I think we'll see these guys start kind of driving in there, let the car push up a little bit as the run goes on to continue to get the runs off the corner that you need to keep that momentum up. So pace car pulls off into the Geico restart zone. Mike George continues to hold the lead. He loves these cautions. He has not been challenged as of yet. Battle is on for second. These Goat Locker teammates have been side by side every restart. Patrick Graphic has done a great job on the outside, sort of hitting Jacob Ellingson down a little bit as they almost make contact. This time, though, Jacob has hold off just a little bit. We'll see Patrick really having to put the pressure on his car to hold back this 27. They continue to fight side by side. Gardner watching, waiting in the wings. So Jacob Ellingson gets an apron. Oh, and Mike George goes up the wall. Makes a little bit of contact. He got a little bit loose. He's coming off the corner. Patrick Dravic will take the lead. And now it's side by side for second. Jeremy Gardner is going to join this little battle. Mike George, I don't know what happened to him that caused that little checkup. Let's go back real quick and just kind of see. They were side by side. I don't know if he just missed the corner or what happened to him. Oh, yeah, I don't know. They were just... I have no idea what caused that. Going down the corner, don't know if he accidentally shifted down. He was just really lifting there, and I don't know, a little bit of neck code is there as well. I don't really think that was anybody's fault, but he's going to have a little bit of damage on that front of the car. The 29 by caution, back out on the speedway. Oh, Matt Knight's involved. Brett Bieber involved again. He's sitting sideways on the track. That is the 42 of Bobby Germain, who is real tore up. Oh, Travis Bieber. Smoke billowing out of that 114. You can't even see. Brother going to run him through the back bumper of him. A lot of cars tore up there. Go back. On replay. Watch it again. Started here with the 114, not quite sure you can see. Oh man, Daniel Blow gets into the 97 of Johnny Cofield, and that's where it all started. Oh man, Barbara Germain comes in at the last second. See Daniel Blow here, Johnny Cofield gets in the wall, comes across the nose of the 17, and this is over. Track blocking. See Chance Taylor able to get there. He is continuing his trend of getting through these wrecks. Watch for Bobby Germain. Just nowhere to go. And sure, somebody who's armchair quarterback will say, well, it could have slowed down. No, you can't. You literally can't. You'll hit the brake, it'll lock up, and that's exactly what happens. And so a little bit of contact, just a small mistake there is where all that wreck started. So just one little small slip up by one driver and multiple 5+ drivers involved in that one. So man, what a tough start for some folks. See the Beavers coming down pit road with smoke. Travis Beaver, is he gonna make it? I don't think he's gonna make it through his stall. That blown motor, and if he has to tow, that is gonna take a while. So he was right by his pit stop. Oh, man, so frustrating. Oh, he just could not get into his stall. That motor is going to expire. You can see there's his pit board right in front of the 81. And boom, car dies, and he is now got to take a tow. And that should take a good amount of time. So he'll get the fast repair, get back out there, and not going to be too competitive. So, Patrick Dravic, the new leader. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what happened to Mike George. That was interesting because it just seemed like Mike was just taking it easy into the corner, and those two were battling side by side, and just the slightest bit of contact. So I don't know George entered that corner a lot slower than normal, so I'm not really sure what happened. At this track, you don't just drive into somebody from the middle of the corner off. It seemed like George either slipped up or something just weird happened there. Not sure, but he does have a little bit of damage. He was able to keep up and see Michael McCarthy there in that number 3 Bucky's machine. He is in between them. But he'll be able to get down and coming up pretty soon. They only have 4 tire sets in the race, so 1 that's on the car, and the 4 that's on the car, and then 3 in the pits. So they have to be a little bit cautious about when they use these tires. Haven't seen anybody come down out of, that wasn't part of the wreck to get any tires. So nobody elected to come down after just a few laps of green flag racing to get those. And I think I All right, getting ready to go back green. Lights are out on the pace car. Patrick Drabick and Jacob Ellingson going to be that front row. They have been battling hard here early. Track position is everything, but they have really been battling a little bit harder than I thought that they might, being teammates, especially being up front, which is a great spot to be. They're putting themselves in a little bit of a perilous situation, racing so hard, and even that contact with Mike George as a result of that. So we'll see if they continue to race as hard as they have been here early. Still a long way to go. Patrick Drabick chooses the outside here. Not a bad decision. Pace car going to pull off, get this thing back green into the Geico restart zone. See Ellingson about half the car length back. That's going to give Patrick Drabick all the room that he needs. And McCarthy going to try to sneak up to the outside of the 27 here at 1. And George goes up the track. He's going to lose. Oh no, that was Jamie Marcus goes up the track. Going to lose a couple spots as the leaders are all on top of each other, banging into the wall. They're going to be 3 wide as McCarthy goes down to the inside of Ellingson. I think Patrick got into the wall a little bit off the corner. It is so easy to do as you get on the throttle almost immediately. And if you choose to get on the throttle too early, that car will just sail up on exit. And you can see just how quickly the wall comes up after you. And tell you what, Andy Kurtz here been able to take advantage of these cautions and make his way up towards the front. He is up 8 positions from where he started. That number 48 Ally Chevrolet Camaro is scooting at the moment, trying to get up here and battle these drivers. Let's go on board with him. So you drive the car down into the corner, let it move up just a little bit, and you're back on the throttle. That's what I'm saying. If you choose wrong, you can be in trouble. The car gets really light on exit. You got to pedal that thing. Right here, going to pick up the throttle. Not full 100%, just kind of rotating the car a little bit. Counter steer here off the corner. You can see he's having to catch it. A little bit loose. There is a lot going on in these race cars. That's why it is a driver's track right now. Andy Kurtz doing a great job, but it is the guys out front that are laying down the lap times. Are they pushing too hard? We're going to find out. They are definitely racing each other. Look how loose they're getting. Just spinning the tires on exit. They are 2/10 faster than anybody else on track. And matching each other's pace back. Ellingson is driven down into the corner and hit the apron. Want to be careful with that. That will really throw off the whole corner. That apron, when you hit it like that, it'll bounce you up the track, kind of throw your whole rhythm off. You see a couple different lines here. Jake kind of riding right around the bottom where Patrick's letting it drift up just a little bit. Now Jake will do something similar. He's back on the throttle. Aim as low as you can get off the corner. guys know how to get it done. Michael McCarthy has settled in the third position. See Mike George almost make a little bit of contact with the wall. We go back here through the field. You've got a battle here between 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. That's Cody McElwain in the number 6. In the 5, that's Alex Cruz. Tyler Justice, 33, and then Chance Taylor in that machine. He has not had the best start. Lost a couple spots, 3 to be exact, since the start. But ones we need to be watching is Keith Haney here. He is up 10 position from where he started. He is extremely fast. Actually raced with him in the ARCA series on Thursday night. He came all the way from the back to the front in Indy and was in position to win. Lost it to Jonathan Cofield on the final laps, but still had a fantastic race. You go back here, Doug Ellingson having another great race. He's been able to avoid all those incidents so far. He is up 15 spots, started all the way in the rear. And he's doing a great job. In that 15, as soon as I say that, he gets a little bit loose down the straightaway, just kind of bobbing and weaving, trying to catch it. This concrete surface will throw you for a loop. You'll try to catch it. You have to almost just get out of the throttle. He is playing a dangerous game with those rear tires, almost spinning them down the straightaway. So we'll get off of him just a second. Matt Knight's another driver that is moving up through the field, and it's good to see Gary Wright out on the track. I've seen him. I've seen quite a few races with him. Glad to see him out there. The name that I know. That number 37 HEV car. Ooh, man, Doug Ellingson is in trouble. Go on board with him, see what that steering wheel looks like. He's dealing with this concrete tires, 30 laps in, not all of them under green. We're starting to see some tire wear play a big factor there. Watch as he comes down the straightaway. If you'll listen, when they're coming down the straightaway, if you're not careful, he's going to bounce off the apron here. He's going to get kind of crossed up here. He might get into the wall. There he goes. Down to the inside wall. I kind of felt it coming. Oh, Chris Sawyer gets into the back of him. And Doug Ellingson going to go around, brings out the caution. I'm telling you, this track will chew you up and spit you out. He's going to back out. We are under caution. I expect to see pit stops here at this juncture of the race. But that's just what it is. You can hear that RPM as he's coming off the corner. You hear that. That's the tires trying to break loose as they go down the straightaways here. Just very similar to the way Bristol might work. You just have longer straightaways for it to really mess you up. But pit stop's happening now. Gravick going to pull everybody down pit road. I don't think we'll see anybody stay out. If you do, I think it's a strategy call that will definitely hurt you down the line. Disappointing to see that play out for Doug Ellingson, although he does have a faster pair. He'll be able to get back on the track. He'll be one of the many drivers who has used their faster pair after 33 laps into this race. Mike George will be able to come down. He will take his faster pair. I wondered if that damage was bothering that machine. He takes it. Nobody else in this group hitting a faster pair. Gravick going to win the battle off pit road, and Ellingson going to get that second position. Everybody comes out where they came in, and then we have some guys who are going to stay out. You got John Anthony, Chris Sawyer. Chris Sawyer was involved in that incident with Doug Ellingson just now, so I will go back down pit road. See, Chris Sawyer is coming down pit road. He's got Bobby Devane there right in front of it. Lance Rip does quite a few laps down. So that will leave, looks like everybody came down pit road. Heiner came down, Joe Hobbs, and John Anthony stay out here in that number 7. I want to say that's, we'll wait and see, and this could work out, blah, 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 but it's not. I think even though we haven't had that many laps under green, don't think it's going to work out in his favor. But we'll see. He's definitely going to lose some spots. He's going to have to just constantly play defense and just try to stop as much bleeding as he possibly can. Even the 2 laps we did run, it's going to make it pretty difficult. He did gain a lot of spots, but I would imagine he was running around the 8th position or so. I think he'll end up maybe back there or worse if it does stay green. Now, had nothing but cautions here early on, so I'm not sure it will stay green, but if it does, I think I will regret this decision, but we'll see. Lights are still out. Are on the pace car. They should go out right here. Wave around to Brandon Wallace. And Brandon Wallace and looks like Travis Beebe will wave around here, and they will go from 2 laps down, 1, or at least Travis will. Brandon Wallace 3 laps down. He'll now be 2 laps down. This is a rhythm track, and we have cautions like what we're having here. It's tough. It's tough to build that rhythm. If you're already struggling with this track, having short burst of green flag racing is not helping a lot of these drivers. So they would love to get a longer green flag run in, but it's going to take a little bit of time, though. Green flag getting ready to come out. John Anthony will lead them down to the green flag. He needs a really good start here. Hopefully he doesn't spin his tires. He does spin them just a little bit, but he's able to get the power down as they go down into 1. Watch the difference in tires. Almost immediately, the 07 gets to the inside. He's going to get into the wall. He's going to turn him into the inside of the track. And there it is. That's what you can't have happen. And a lot of drivers involved. Andy Kurtz involved. We saw Jacob Ellingson was also involved, missing a hood on this car. Cody McElwain down into pit road. And I think Patrick Drabick also with some big damage. And, man, I just, not to pick on John Anthony, but that's just, that's one of those where you got to say, hey, look, and I know I'm being critical here, so I'm not going to pile on him, but it's one of those where you kind of have to say, you know what, this may be a bad idea. Let me just go down and get those 4 tires. But, yeah, it's frustrating. It's frustrating, for sure for those drivers. And for John Anthony, definitely frustrating for him. Just going to see him go down to the corner. He's trying to get that inside. He's going to pick up the gas, and it's just not going to turn. Those tires going to roll. He's going to bounce it off the outside wall and makes a little bit of contact. That ball she wrote for a lot of folks. You can see it just, Marcus gets hit by Cody McElwain. It's kind of pinballing everywhere. Another angle right here. Just under so much pressure here from these guys on new tires, and once he does, Garner's going to get into the back bumper of it. Garner didn't do anything wrong there. Just don't know that he's going to have to check up like he did. Go on board with Jeremy Garner there. Watch. On board with the 69 here on this restart, just to kind of highlight what happened there. See the new tires just eating him up. You get off the corner here, and Garner just doesn't check up and just not aware that that was going to happen. See that right there. Just an unfortunate event. But it's a learning thing. That's one of those things where if you're one of those drivers that thinks about staying out, you have to kind of say, hey man, maybe this isn't the best idea. So that took out pretty much everybody up front. Ellingson, all those drivers gonna have to come down pit road, get that damage fixed. See the are smoking really bad down, and luckily he still has his fast repair. That will give the lead over to the number 3 of Michael McCarthy with Jeremiah Mullins in second. Daniel Cunningham just quietly running inside the top 10. Got that Lightning McQueen number 91 in that third position. And Kyle Holden, I know him very well. He used to run in a league that I broadcast on Wednesday nights. Very, very fast driver. He is, he won't blow, it won't blow you away, but I guarantee you this 59 will be there at the end. And good looking things, gotta say, man. Hey, look, orange is my weakness. That is a really nice looking car. So shout out to the painter of that 59 plus Chevrolet Camaro. But watch out for this guy. He is really, really good. He's sneaky good. He's one of those that sneaks in there on you. You don't even realize that he's there. And he's winning races. He'll be there at the end, I promise you. Michael McCarthy talking during the broadcast wants me to take a look at his view of it, which I am definitely willing to do. So let's see if we can go back far enough and find that. Do a little bit of inside baseball. On board with the 3, Michael McCarthy. Holy moly. Hey, that was worth every penny, wasn't it? Woo! Made it through that bad boy. Let's slow that one down. We're gonna slow that down. I gotta see it. Watch this. This is mayhem gonna have to ride in front of it. Right into the wall. There it is. They make contact. Look at the 57. Look at the contact that sent it up and around, and the 3 just sneaks right in there. And you can see the 48 right behind of Andy Kurtz. He is not so lucky. Gets hit by Jeremy Garner as he's bouncing off the wall and goes around. And that's how Michael McCarthy gets the win. But we are back under green as we were taking time to find that. Now McCarthy is going to take control of this race as the battle is now for second. As the 91 trying to get to the inside of Jeremiah Mullins, can't quite do it here on these fresh tires. So we're going to see some probably some upset drivers driving up through the field. I'd probably say is Cody McElwain gets loose. He's down on the apron. I wonder if he had like a penalty of some sort, maybe on that restart. Can't really tell, but he is down on pit road. So something happened with the number 6. But we'll go back to the racing. Jeremiah Mullins now getting caught up to the 3. Going to try to challenge for this lead as we're just 42 laps in and caution. Back out is Patrick Dravitt. Around again. Brings out the caution. Gloves come off. Fast repair already used. And the 07 going to call it quits here tonight. Let's take a look, see what happened. Here on this restart, just trying to, it just gets hit the back bumper by Jeremy Garner. Garner gets into the back of the 07. You see Cody McElwain pulled off the track there. Now Garner, watch on board with him. He'll be coming off a turn 2 here. Down to the corner inside of Mark Hollifield. See if Dravitt slips up, or you can see a checkup, probably because there was a car that was about to wreck. That was the 22 of Joe Hobbs. And that blue and red car there. Getting a big run, and Patrick's sort of checking up here as there's some action going on, and Jeremy Garner probably just couldn't see it, I guess. And I wasn't aware there were some issues going in the cockpit, just kind of see. A lot of times it would be hard from the cockpit to see if there's anything actually going on. I mean, there's the 22 getting loose. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. A bummer there for Patrick Drabick, as he is at Hidden Wit Brewery 07 machine is done for the night. Caution back out so far. We have had 6 cautions in this race. Over it's being a mean one. The reason why they've got a big old monster statue in the back outside of the track. Well, I'll tell you what, let's do this where we take a little bit of a break. We'll see if the lights go out in the pace car. We'll stay here. If the lights are still on, we'll take a little short commercial break. We will do a couple more laps. Let's go thank our sponsors here with Cruising Classics. Well, thanks to our sponsors over at Cruising Classics. They have a nice little ad for us. The only one we have, so it's nice to kind of shout them out. But we definitely want to shout out our sponsors, Hidden Wit Brewery Company, for their sponsorship of the Xfinity Series. Lincoln Tech, sponsorship of all the fall series this time around. Veterans for Life Foundation, Veterans for Life Racing. Cruising Classics. Jam Printing and Promotion for their sponsorship of the home award this season. You've got InVets. Well, I just closed out InVets entirely, but if I didn't do that, it'd be on the screen at the moment. It got Nasties. And then, of course, this month is National Suicide Prevention Month, Prevention Awareness Month. And, you know, the slogan for Goat Locker is one lap at a time. And so shout that out. And everybody that has dealt with that or is continuing dealing with that. All right, well, we are doubled up getting ready to go green. Been a tough race so far. See if we can get some green flag racing. It just has that feeling of not going to get any better. Once you get wrecked out a couple times, you go to the back, Emperor's Flare, your patience starts to run in, and you can see somebody already into the wall as we get this thing back underway. McCarthy going to pull away. Kyle Holden there in second. Come off of 2. Somebody's blinking there. I don't know who that is. Connection issues are part of it. Look at these cars all over the track. High line, low line. That is Tyler Justice that is blinking out in that pink car there in front. Look at this 2-wide race. These big guys, Andy, Mike George, and Andy Kurtz. Andy Kurtz, Mike George, a couple drivers looking to try to get back up to the front after some incidents. And Mickey Isaac still has his fast bearing. Andy Kurtz, surprisingly, still has his. Mike George has used his already. So he's going to have to be a little bit more careful. But Andy Kurtz, I've seen him go around a couple times. Looks like he's able to get all of his damage fixed. Look at just this race. And Mike George going to get into the wall. Jacob Ellingson has to take evasive action to get off of him, and George just trying to put the throttle down. He's going to continue to push here. Obviously frustrated with how this race went. Got another pole. I mean, I think he's got like 7 or 8 poles this season across all the series, and that might be a low guess. And right now he's running back at 12th. He knows he has race winning speed, just hasn't been able to get back up there after that early incident. Oh my goodness, Jacob Ellingson gets into Isaac. Isaac trying to hang on to it, but Mickey Isaac. Oh, he comes back out on the track, but we stay green. So Mickey Isaac running around the top 10 position, gets hit from behind. And oh, we got another driver going around. Try to watch this, see what happened. Yeah, Ellingson just kind of sneaks up there and goes around. And we're still green, but it looks like Hollifield. Oh my goodness, it's Isaac and the 22 of Joe Hobbs about running over each other. Mark Hollifield, I think, has gone around at some point. He's coming around to the leaders here. He's getting lapped. If we can go back, there it is right there. Just comes off the corner. There's something going on in front. Travis Beaver's slow. He's trying to turn. Oh, yeah, just gets on the brakes. Worst time for that to happen. Whew. I tell you what, I need another eyeball or two. I'm going to need to sprout a couple more eyeballs to see all of what's going on. Just guys really struggling with this combo. I won't say everything is settled down, but we know it ain't. We've seen these guys out there just slipping and sliding, trying to catch wrecks. I mean, it just seems like guys are just on the clock. They're struggling to get around this track. Go back here, Matt Knight's, Bobby Germain running in 13th, 14th. Matt Knight's gonna fall back to that 14th position right in front of Christopher Heiner and Hilton 24. Matt Knight's a winner in the amateur division of the ARCA series this season. So he knows how to finish these things strong and have a good race. Currently back at 14th. Seems to be struggling with the head. Look at that 64 car. Up front, that battle for the lead starting to pick up. Kyle Holden putting pressure on the 3. Gonna have a good run here as he comes off the corner. Perfect setup for the pass down to the inside. McCarthy not gonna want to give it up very easily. He's gonna power it up on the outside. The 59 gets a little bit loose down on the bottom, and Michael McCarthy able to hang on to it. Oh, a little bump down the straightaway. Looks like McCarthy was setting up to try to hold him off, defend that inside line, and now here comes Kyle Holden up to the outside. McCarthy slides a little bit on exit, Holden into the wall. He's going to lose the lead, and maybe second as Mullen's going to get down to the inside. They were leaning on each other. 59 makes a little bit of contact to the back bumper of the 3, and the 3 kind of not on purpose, obviously, just the natural way the track goes there. They were just kind of really close coming off the corner, and Holden just grabs that wall. He's going to grab it again. He is now putting pressure. Now here comes Daniel Cunningham down to the inside of Jeremiah Mullins, taking advantage of those checkups for the lead. Battle is going to start back up. So here comes Holden. Trying to take a little dive down to the inside. I don't know if that was going to work. Maybe feeling like McCarthy is defending a little bit too hard. I don't know. I don't really see anything wrong that the 3 is doing. I think this guy's just racing really hard. But just a little bit over halfway, we're starting to get that green flag run, which I'm very proud to see. 59, you can tell he's faster. He's just got to get around this 3. The 3 is not going to make it easy on him. little bit of contact with the outside wall, just trying to get the best entry he can. You see he's consistently faster off of turn 2. Here he goes, run down to the inside. Oh, and McCarthy gets a little bit loose on entry. Holden does as well. We'll see if he can clear him off the corner. Holden is going to take the lead here on lap 62. I told you, sneaky fast that 59 is. We're still waiting on those guys like Jacob Ellingson and those who are up front, laying down some incredibly fast laps to get up here and see if they can take back control of this race after they lost it. See Ellingson back in the 6th position. He is picking them up, putting them down quickly. Jeremiah Mullins now falling back from 3rd. He is back to 5th and under fire from this 27 machine. Ellingson going to dive down to the inside. I think Jeremiah knows that there's no point trying to hold off that 27. He can't do it for as many laps as there is left in this thing. So Ellingson back up to 5th. Now the battle is on right behind these drivers. Here comes Andy Kurtz along with Alex Cruz as they go side by side. McCarthy starting to fade maybe just a little bit. That battle with Kyle Holden. Holden starting to pull away. Big gap, the biggest gap we've seen from the lead so far is, I think Daniel Blow has had some sort of issue. Stay here, let's watch this battle. See if Daniel Cunningham can take over the 2nd spot. Cannot do it. McCarthy gets a great run off the corner. McCarthy just wants to stop the bleeding. He wants to hold on to this track position, but look at Kyle Holden. I told you, sneaky fast. He'll sneak up there and surprise you. I've got a little bit of inside knowledge. I know just how good Kyle Holden is. Oh, McCarthy gets really close to the wall there. Has to check up. That's exactly what Cunningham needed. Now can he make it work through 3 and 4? He is clear. Can he hang on to it? He's going to gas it up. But McCarthy going to fight back on the outside. Not able to do it. Cunningham will take over 2nd spot. We'll see if he has anything. Kyle Holden now running 25-2s. The only one in that wheelhouse is Jacob Ellingson back in the 5th position. He's behind this little group. Got a lot of work to do. Can't get it all in one shot. You're going to have to pick them up, put them down. Definitely got the speed. He's on the back bumper of Chance Taylor. Chance trying to battle McCarthy. Ellingson down to the inside. And Chance Taylor, smart move there out of the 14. Gonna try to maybe do a little crossover there, but Ellingson was strong. Man, this is great. This is what we've been waiting on that green flag racing, and we finally have it now. 45 laps to go in this race. Battle back here and see some smoke. I don't know what that smoke is. It might have been Doug Ellingson who, oh, it is Doug Ellingson. He's up against the wall trying to let these guys go. Oh, man, it's so tough. That's a really tough spot to beat. Doug's car is all tore up. He has had some major damage. He's going to pull it off the track. And great job by Doug there. Pull up just a little bit. Great job by Doug there to take the car and keep it out of the way. He's going to bounce it off that inside wall. He'd love probably to get to pit road. I would imagine. Oh, he's going to lock up, come back out on the track. He is going to come down pit road. That car is all damaged. Great job by Doug to get that on pit road, not collect anybody else. Great job there, Doug. While we were watching that, Doug Ellingson, something happened to Daniel Cunningham. I think he might have made contact with the wall. Maybe. Let's go back and see what happened. Looks like some contact here as we'll watch this replay here. This is a replay. See what happened to Cunningham. He was slow here. Oh, no. Oh, it was Doug Ellingson. We were watching the aftermath. We wonder where that smoke was coming from, and Ellingson does get the 91, and that's where he lost all that track position. Go back live, and so he's got some damage. He falls back to 5th, but Ellingson now on the hunt. Kyle Holden is out to a 3-second lead as these guys battle it out. We are back live. It looks like Jeremy Garner has had a connection issue, so he is out of this. So all those drivers that are up front looking to battle for wins, most of them gone already. Jacob Ellingson, the only one left. Michael McCarthy was right there around the top 5 early on. They make a little bit of contact there. This is a battle for second. Ellingson has been driving the wheels off of it. Can he clear McCarthy? He does. McCarthy gets a little bit loose. But Ellingson now clear. But he has got a long way to go as McCarthy drives it deep into the corner and hold it. Look how far he is out ahead. 3.7 seconds here. And looking at the laps to go, I'm not sure if Kyle Holden can make it on fuel. He pitted 44 laps ago. Make it about 80 to 85 laps on fuel. So that's going to be close. I wonder if that's going to be an issue. I don't think it will be. I think it's got enough. I think it's about 7 laps. Got to take on fuel. I think Kyle might be good on fuel. No, Ellingson definitely is, but yeah, I think he's good. I think Kyle Holden is good on fuel, so I don't think fuel is going to be a problem. It's just going to be whether or not we have any more cautions. Keep this pace up. He burn them up, able to continue to run the laps that he is. How this race has turned from just a caution fest now to a 3.6 second lead that Kyle Holden has built over Jacob Ellingson. And I do believe this is Kyle Holden's first race in the series. Like I was saying, I am familiar with him, but I'm not familiar. I've seen him in this series, and I have not. So this is his first race, and showing patience and showing how clean he is, and obviously how fast. Now, currently, Jacob Ellingson is a little bit faster, but not by much. It's going to take some serious issues from Kyle Holden, and he's got some lap traffic up ahead. So similar to what we saw Kyle Larson dealing with that lap traffic as this green flag run continues. Now it shifts from hard, short stint green flag racing to this long run, maintaining the speed, and then making these passes. Now, I'll tell you right now, it's a lot like Darlington. Trying to pass lap down cars is very difficult. Every time it seems like you can catch them on the exit of 2 or exit of 4. Exit of 2 is a worse spot to catch a lap car, and that can lose a ton of speed. It will definitely slow you down. So he's going to want to get through those pretty quickly if he can. You see Mickey Isaac, last car on the lead lap, about to go a lap down. I just want to pull up out of the way. Now just 17 cars on the lead lap. And Jacob Ellingson continues to cut into that lead ever so slightly. It was 3.7 seconds, now 3.3, as he's really pushing right now to run down that 50. Now, he's definitely got the time to do it in a track like this. As long as he can put the tires on it, he can definitely get it done. He can dispatch of this traffic quickly. Just perfect traffic management there for the 27, catching him at just the right time, able to get full track and exit Mark Hollifield there, and that car was just a split second down on the apron. Ellingson gonna lose a little bit of time there. It was about a pins off. So he'll drop back. Mike George, one of those other drivers up front, got turned into the wall after an early incident with Drabick and Jacob Ellingson has fought back. Missed all the melee. He is out of fast career, so he can't afford to be involved in any more incidents. He's trying to hunt down Andy Kurtz at the moment. Kurtz goes wide. Maybe Barkins, you can see him get into the wall, and back there I can see it. Mark Hollifield loose again. That 76 car is not in good shape. See if he gets off the track. He really needs to get off the track here. He's down in the racing group. There he goes now onto the apron. This track is like a roller coaster. It'll come up on you quick if you're not careful. He pulls it down pit road. We'll go back to this battle for 6. Well, this is definitely a flip 180 early part of the race. So far right now we've got spread out racing and some good battles just kind of peppered throughout the field as Jeremiah Mullins looks like he is coming down pit road. Said I want to say they can make it on fuel. I really don't know. It's going to be close. I really don't know if they can or not, so. Man, it is so close for Kyle Holden. He is good. What I was told at the beginning of the race is anywhere between 80 and 85 laps. Probably right in the middle. It's kind of where you kind of think it. And right now, Kyle Holden is 83 laps trying to go on fuel to make it again. So, has he been saving? Has he been even paying attention to that at all? My thought is, yes, he probably has. It looks like more drivers now coming down pit road. They don't feel like they can make it. They pitted at the same time as Kyle Holden. So Michael McCarthy, Chance Taylor, gonna come down pit road. So they definitely can't make it. But I wonder if Jacob Ellingson, who pitted 6 laps later for fuel along with Andy Kurtz, if they can make it on fuel, I think they might be able to. But these guys giving up the goods to come down pit road. Keith Haney brings that 81, and I think these guys are in trouble to come for a finish here. I think the rest of these drivers, if we stay green, and that's a big if, I think these other ones can make it. Keith Haney out on pit road, going to lose a ton of spots, but the other driver who is on the same one as them is, oh, and there it is. Caution is out. Oh, my gosh, so tough for those who just pitted. Keith Haney, all those guys who just came down pit road, Michael McCarthy, Chance Taylor, all that just doesn't matter now. I don't know where the caution came from. I don't have a trying to find where that caution may have come from. Trying to find it on the track. I have no clue what brought out that caution. If anybody knows, please type it in chat. I don't see. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's Mike George. I think. Watching this replay here, this is what brought out the caution. Oh, man, somebody on tires. Who is that? That is Jeremiah Mullins. And just the difference in the tires, Jeremiah Mullins on fresh tires. Getting it to the outside, you can see just how much quicker he is. And he's going to speak up here on George, who's battling with the 48. Just look, just oh man. I think I would have just gone down to the inside if I were the 19, but he was just trying to find some room to go, and it just closed up quickly there. So that's what brought out the caution. And these guys didn't go down pit road and get fresh tires. Guess who's out front? Jacob Ellingson, going to win the battle off of pit road. And he will retake the lead. So everything that Holden had done there loses every bit of it. You can see there's a lot of wave rounds going to be going around. Those who just came down pit road. Cody McElwain was one of them. He has yet to come down pit road. He has been on the track for 2 laps. Keith Haney, who had just come down pit road right before that wreck happened. Michael McCarthy, Chance Taylor, and others taking the wave around. They have fresh tires, but they're going to wave around, and they're going to be in the 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th position. So it could not have happened at a worse time for those guys. But I still think Ellingson could have made it with a finish, and quite a few others. Holden was the only one that I was questioning here. There's a little accordion effect here on the front stretch. But yeah, I didn't really know if Holden could make it or not. I'm not sure if he knew if he could or not either. But I think Ellingson was still good. So it kind of worked out like it was going to anyway, because Ellingson could definitely make it on fuel. So I'm going to be honest, I think it might have been, I don't know. I think they could have made up a lot of time with those fresh tires, but I still think it's probably going to work out. All right, we are doubled up, getting ready to go back green. We'll have just less than 20 laps left to go, 18 to be exact, and Ellingson going to have the lead, and we'll see what Kyle Holden can do here on an initial start. And then those guys behind him, we got Kurtz, Cunningham, George, Miner, Jermaine, Matt Knights, Travis Bieber, Chris Sawyer, all these drivers capable of winning this race. We saw Chance Taylor win from 4th on the last lap in ARCA Series. What's going to happen in the Xfinity Series? We're going to find out here. Just 18 laps to go in this one as they take the green flag. Ellingson will control the start. Green flag back out. Oh, they wreck! Oh, Kyle Holden is wrecking. No caution. Caution does come out. And we're back under caution. That happened up front during a very sexy camera. And we missed it. Let's go back and see here on this restart what happened to the 59. Did not get a great jump. Drops down into the corner, and just gets into the back bumper of the 27 and basically just kind of wrecks himself. Woo! Oh, all those drivers do a great job of getting around him. Watch again, on board with Kyle Holden. Just a great restart for the 27. And going down the course, just going to flip that right rear right here. Like I said, a great job by everybody here of avoiding the wreck. Except for the 22, although he did a great job avoiding it, just kind of spun out as he was getting on the brakes there. Let's watch this from his point of view on board with Joe Hobbs. See the wreck happening up in front. Woo! Spins it down to the inside wall, all good. Nobody else involved, so that was at least the best wreck of the night by everybody. Kyle Holden goes from a race winning position. He's going to fall all the way back to 17th and actually come down pit road. Get 4 tires. Maybe a little bit of damage fixed, like the damage inconsequential. Oh, he does take a fast repair, so it must have been enough to warrant it. After all that, because Ellingson gets a little bit loose, Andy Kurtz takes the lead. And we're going to talk to him. Andy Kurtz. Eddie in the booth, you got a copy? Well, man, you've been hanging on inside the race. You've been sideways. You've been slip, sliding. You've been bouncing. I don't think you've been upside down yet. Hopefully that doesn't happen, but it's been a wild race for you, but now you find yourself in the lead with 15 laps to go. What do you need to do to get the win? Well, you got Jacob Ellingson, Mike George. They were extremely fast in qualifying, so you know they got that qualifying speed. What do you do to keep them behind you? All right. Well, hey, man, good luck. Good race so far. That was Andy Kurtz out front with lead in this one. Let's bring in second place Jacob Ellingson. Ellingson, boy, you've been able to make it back up to the front of the field, and now you have an opportunity to win. Now you got a little bit of contact there on that restart. You fell back to second. Now you got to keep up with Andy Kurtz. What do you do to get this win? Yeah, a big question I did have, did you have enough fuel to make it to the end there before that caution came out? Yeah, that was going to be a pretty interesting race. Say something for me real quick. People are saying they can't hear you. Oh, yeah, they definitely can't hear you, so let me fix that right now. Got too many things, podcast stuff going on. Yeah, so Jake, what do you need to do to get this win?
I just need to fill Andy's mirror up, and hopefully he makes a mistake.
All right, well, good luck. About to go green. Jacob Ellingson, he's pretty confident. Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you right now, Andy Curtin said some dirty stuff, some awful stuff that I can't believe he said, and I can't believe he said it about who he said it about, and that's just unbelievable that Andy Kurtz would say some things like that. It's just, I was just speechless there listening to his interview. So, Andy Kurtz, I'm sure y'all heard that, just some really, really tough words out of that 48 car. All right, here we go. Andy Kurtz with control of the restart. 101, and Jacob Ellingson does not get a great jump. Andy Kurtz gets cleared. You can see some blocking going on with everybody trying to maintain track position. The 27. Not able to get through there. Going to try to stay patient. Still a long way to go, but Mike George now through. Is Mark Hollifield slow on the track. You see some smoke coming out of that 76 machine, but we stay here on the lead. Yellow flag, back out on the raceway. Christopher Hyder in the 24 slow. Other drivers, if Mark Hollifield is back here. I don't know what happened. Where did that caution come from? Yeah, there it is, 76. Getting sideways. I don't know if that's where everything started or whatnot, but Kryptonite said we didn't hear it. Tell us. All right, I got to pull him back in here because y'all are taking me seriously. You should never do. Andy Kurtz, hold on. Andy Kurtz, steady in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, man. Hey,
okay.
how you been?
All right, well, we didn't have you on the broadcast. My fault with the audio issues. So we'll go through this again because I made a joke that you said some really bad stuff about the other drivers, and people in the chat are taking me serious. So let's talk about this restart. Your race has been pretty wild. You've been able to get back up to the front. Now you're gonna have to hold off 2 quick drivers. How do you do it? You said you didn't know before, but I want everybody to hear it. And you didn't say anything bad about any of your teammates.
Yeah, nope, that's right. Still don't know what I'm doing, and I'm still not talking anything bad about anyone. So, yeah, that first that restart was all new, clean air, new tires, all by myself. So Mike George is really quick, so he's been laying down some heaters. So I'll just try to keep him behind, and I think we'll be good.
I told the broadcast because they didn't hear you that you said some just awful, crazy stuff. I couldn't believe it, and they're like, "What did he say? Tell us." What did he say about his teammates? So
I'll say it again. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So we'll get him out of here before he says any more bad stuff. Good luck, Andy.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Just to be clear, he didn't say anything. It was just a little joke there. Let's see if we can talk to Mike George if I can find him. There he is. Mike George is Andy in the booth. Gonna cut you off there. Sorry, bud. We'll just pull you up in here. Hey, you've had a wild race, man. You've had some damage. You got that car fixed up. Started on pole, and you had to work your way back up to the front. Here you are with going to be less than 10 laps to go, and you know these cautions are flying. What are you going to do here on this restart? What do you need to do to get this win?
I need to try to keep the car planted. I've been driving this whole time with a little bit of wheel damage. Unfortunately, after I used my fast repair, it kind of got hooked up again. But just trying to keep her steady, keep patience, and see if we can at least get a podium finish.
Well, you've got all the speed in the world. What's the trick here at Dover to make this pass?
Oh boy, with the car that I have right now, it's going to be hard on the outside. I got to be patient and just not crack that egg.
Uh-oh, we lost him. Still there?
Oh, do you got me?
Yeah, I got you now. Go ahead.
Okay, we just can't crack that egg. You know, it's hard to pass on the outside here, and yeah, we're gonna give it hell, man.
All right, good luck, Mike.
Thanks, man.
There you have it, Mike George in that 29. So there's your top three. That's what they've got going on. I had Bobby Jermaine in the chat. Pull him in here. See him in. Go. All right, here we go. Well, we've heard everything that these guys are planning on. Who's going to put it into action and get this win? It'll be less than 10 laps to go when they take the green flag. Eddie Kurt's in the best position. He's got to get the power down, get going. Caution comes out. Yeah, he's actually fine with caution. He gets to control the restart, and that's good for him. These guys behind him are praying that it goes green to give them a chance to be able to run Andy back down. Andy just got to get good starts here. But at Dover, it's concrete track. It can be difficult. Andy, get it done. We're going to find out here. Pace car getting ready to pull off. Andy Kurtz with control of the restart. Who's going to win here at Dover? See them all over the back bumper of each other, just waiting as they move into the Geico restart zone. Good jump. Oh, man, as they're wrecking behind. Big wreck in the back. Caution definitely going to come out after that one, as some restart games maybe caused that one. Oh, and Keith Haney comes down and just clobbers Doug Elling. Kind of saw that playing in the top part of the screen. We'll kind of get you a better view of it. See up there, just some ping-ponging back and forth between. I think it started with Travis Beaver. It's really where it started. This is a great camera angle right here. But watch this. Matt Knight's going to kind of get pinballed between Bobby Jermaine here as they're trying to go when all that happens, look at the calamity behind. Well, that's exactly what Andy Kurtz wants to see. It looks like they're going to have to wait on the pace car. This may throw the race into kind of like they didn't all quite get back to the start finish line. Anytime a wreck happens before the start finish line, it can be tough to get everything sorted out. So hopefully they take the time they need to get it sorted out. The pace car has to come back out. These guys are waiting for the pace car. We're going very slow, probably about 40 miles an hour or so. So we're waiting. He's just taking his time. Get back going. Hopefully the timing and scoring is still good. Cautions like that at the start finish line really mess things up for iRacing. Looks like everything is okay. We got time to talk to some more drivers, so we're going to talk to them. We're going to bring Daniel Cunningham up into the booth. Daniel, is Eddie, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, brother.
Well, you've had an up and down race, but not really down. It's really just been up and just kind of back where you were. You started right inside the top 10, and kind of worked your way up into the top 5, and then just a little bit of contact there with a lap car put you back. But now here you are in 4th with just a few laps to go. How confident are you get that number 91 Ghost Energy drink car into Big Lane?
We're definitely going to see if we can give it the old ka-chow here, trying to get up through this. But yeah, it's so tough because the leader has such a big advantage on the restarts with the tire spin and everything, and just getting that choice of when to fire off. So I've been wanting to restart up top because it seems like it does fire off a little bit better than the bottom. But yeah, we'll see how it shakes out, and hopefully we can go green for these last handful of laps and get you some good broadcast here.
Yeah, what's the track been like? A lot of people have been talking about being loose on eggs. Is that kind of what you're feeling?
It has, but I spent like the last 25 laps of that the last long green flag run after I had the contact with the lap car with wheel damage. Somehow it didn't give me a meatball, so I had my wheel crank pretty far to the left that entire run. So I'm kind of going through learning process a little bit here again, learning to drive it with a straight wheel. So, but yeah, it's definitely been loose on X's, especially off it too. It's just easy to get the rear tires lit up.
Well, good luck to you. Thank you for talking to us. Maybe we'll be talking to you at the end of this thing.
Appreciate it, Eddie.
Cunningham in the number 91 Ghost Energy drink, Cofield asphalt refinish in 91. In that 4th position, you got Bobby Germain here in 5th. Look at the car. Can't really tell who his sponsor is. I want to say there's Hidden Wit on there. Only Setup Shop, I think. Look at the paint scheme out of Bobby Germain. Look at Chris Sawyer here. These guys, Germain started 23 spots back. Chris Sawyer the same way. He is Daytona's winner, or Talladega's winner, and he's up here in that 6th position. So these guys taking advantage of these drivers. Had some bad races, going to get some good finishes out of it. Well, we do have 2 green-white checkers if we need them, and man, I just can't imagine us going green for the actual finish here. So I think Andy Kurtz is going to have a couple more restarts in him. He had a good one last time. He's got to continue to do that here. You know, the restart games that get played, that's kind of where that caution started there. Hopefully that doesn't continue. But here we go. 5 laps to go. You can see they're door-to-door on the restart. Jacob Ellingson trying to get the best jump that he can. They're banging doors, coming into the Geico restart. He jumps it. I love it. That's what I want to see. He jumps the restart, trying to get that advantage. He doesn't get it, but I love the attempt out of Ellingson. The caution is immediately out. Chris Sawyer, who I was just bragging on, has gone around. Bobby Germain involved as well, and the cautions keep flying here as we'll go back and see what happened to the 21. Blue car, you kind of watch him here. He's going to make contact, comes down right in front of Bobby Germain, and Mickey Eyes is going to get hit. And Gary Wright slides right in. I don't know if Chris maybe slid his tire or something, just kind of cheated down to the middle of the track. Oh, fortunate there for that. So back under caution. I'll talk to the whole field, by God. Man. Come on, we'll talk. Let's find somebody to cheat at. Well, John Anthony in that 57 car, we saw him stay out early in the race, and there was sort of a wreck as a result of that, but he has been able to get back up into the top 10. And a lot of drivers, good drivers out of this one. Alex Cruz, Keith Haney, Travis Bieber has been on pit road for a long time. Kyle Holden apparently has had, he took that fast repair and that contact he had. He's been on pit road for a long time, so he is out of it as well. Mark Hollofield's really been struggling here tonight to keep the car going straight. Daniel Blow is 21 laps down. Doug Ellingson 31 laps out. He currently sits on pit road. It's a required damage fix. Henry Garner gets disconnected and he calls it quits. Dravick also out of this one with race-ending damage. Brett Bieber, George Jewell, and Michael Kostick all out of this race. Those are some heavy hitters up in the top of the point standing, so that will definitely have an effect. But here we're trying to see if anybody wants to finish this race and maybe punch their ticket to the playoff. Andy Kurtz has yet, his average finish is 17th so far, so it's not been a great season. What a way to get it back on the right track, get a win, lock yourself into the playoffs. Mike George as well. Mike George is sitting 19th in the standings, has an average start finish, or a starting position of second, but an average finishing position of 17th. So, you know, if you're George here, if you're any of these two drivers, you want to win. I mean, you're down standings. Of course, that will kind of adjust as we move on through the season, but you also just want to finish well. It's not worth wrecking for this win, not this early in the season. You don't want to wad it up. Yeah, you would love the victory, but you need to have some good finishes. Those two have been struggling for them. So, of course, Jacob Ellingson already has a win this season, so he is already locked in. It's hard to say what these guys are willing to do here to try to get locked into the playoffs. Sure does feel nice, so there is definitely desire to do that. But having a couple more pace laps to think about it. These are pretty excruciating, especially if you're Mike George and Nick Ellington. Andy Kurtz knows that no matter what, he's got control of this race. He'll be able to get clear into turn one. We just haven't had much racing outside of the green flag here the last couple of restarts. So, you know, for Andy Kurtz, you got to feel pretty good. The car's fast, you're fast, and you have the best position on the track. We're in the green-white checker territory, so we are in one of two. So they will take the one to go here, and we will have our first out of two attempts green-white checkered. I'll tell you what happens, you know, about them every time, and just in case you just don't know how it works. They will take the green flag, and if they take the white flag, the race will be over no matter what. On iRacing, in real life, they throw the caution on the white flag and then stop the race. Here on iRacing, once the white flag is flown, they will race it back to the checkered flag. So if you see that white flag be flown, we know we're going to race to the finish. If a caution comes out before the white flag, they will line back up and they'll do it one more time. If we get to the second green white checkered and any caution comes out, that will end the race no matter what. Ellingson tried to jump the restart last time. I love it. I love that move. Didn't work out, but he tried it. We'll see what George does here as we get ready to go back green. Green-white checkered attempt number 1. Andy Kurtz continues to lead the race into the restart zone, and he gets a great jump. Mike George spins a tire. So does Matt Knights. They all go all over the place. George spins them. Now Ellingson will take over second, and Andy Kurtz has a 0.4 of a second lead as they come through turn 2. Does everybody keep it together? Ellingson into the wall. George goes down to the inside. It's a battle for second. They bang doors sideways as the 29. Again, they touch. Off the corner, Ellingson has it. White flag is out for Andy Kurtz. The race is in the books no matter what happens. There could be a massive pile up, and there might be as George continues to fall backwards. Here comes Jamie Barkus. He's thinking about making it 3 wide, not going to do it. But coming off the corner, Andy Kurtz going to lock himself into the playoffs. Checker flag in Barney's hand. Andy Kurtz is your winner here at Dover. Well, not a very exciting battle for the win there. After just a great restart, just didn't have enough time to generate. They got battling for second. That allowed Andy Kurtz to kind of run off with it here. See if he does any burnouts. He will. There it is. Your winner, Andy Kurtz, in the number 48 Ally. Camaro will take victory. He'll burn them out down the front straightaway. Congratulations. Led 21 laps after starting in that 14th position. He gets the win. Well, all right. Well, let's take a look here at your race results, see where everybody finished. And then we'll get some interviews and we'll get you out of here. This one's run a little bit long. Andy Kurtz still burning them down. Let's take a look at your results. Jacob Ellingson gets that second place position. Daniel Cunningham able to get third. Mike George battling it out for second. Comes home in fourth with Jamie Barkus in the fifth position. Cody McElwain comes back after a penalty. I talked to him middle of the race during that commercial, and he said, man, I don't know what happened there on that deal. He had a couple black flags he had to serve, but covered, missed some wrecks, comes home in sixth. Mike McCarthy comes home in seventh. Matt Knight's great finish for him in eighth. Johnny Cofield as well. He stayed quiet all race long. That's what you had to do with this one, just stay out of trouble, and the 97 did that. Comes home in ninth. Mickey Isaac, we saw him involved in a lot of stuff, able to get on the lead lap. That worked out in his favor. Comes home in 10th. In 11th, John Anthony with Bobby Germain in 12th position. Brandon Wallace in 13th. Last car on the lead lap. Chris Sawyer, first car, a lap down in 14th. Kyle Justice in 15th. Jeremiah Hobbs, Joe Hobbs, excuse me, in 16th. Chance Taylor, 17th. Christopher Heiner in 18th. Jeremiah Mullins in 19th. Gary Wright rounds out your top 20. Lance Ripka in 21st. Mark Hollifield in 22nd. Alex Cruz 23rd. All these drivers having issues here tonight. It is a graveyard past this point. Keith Haney, Travis Bieber, Kyle Holden, Daniel Blow, Doug Ellingson, Jeremy Garner, Patrick Drabick, top 30, and Brett Bieber, George Jewell, and Michael Austin will finish this one up. So 11 cautions, 7 lead changes. Not the way we want to start off week 5, but hey, if you're Andy Kurtz, it's the perfect way to start it off. So we'll bring him up into the booth right now. Andy Kurtz, this is Eddie. You got a copy?
Hey, man, what's up?
Well, we talked to you, and you did everything you had to do, and you got it done. You got away on the restarts. Both restarts there at the end were perfect for you, and you got the victory. So congratulations, locking yourself into the playoffs. How's it feel?
Yeah, man. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, happy to get a win. I haven't had really any good runs so far this season, and yeah, definitely feels good to get a win and lock it in. But yeah, had a lot of fun tonight. I mean, the setup, like I said, was I thought awesome. I didn't really practice or anything, so just kind of hopped in and thought it was pretty easy to drive. It was loose, but you could just kind of move around, go wherever you want, and it was a lot of fun. I was in the back, running, up through the field, racing with a bunch of different people, and had a ton of fun. So yeah, all in all, really happy to get a win.
Well, and it's some restart games going on. You know, I like it. Jake Ellingson tried to get up beside you and almost jumped that restart. Were you aware that that was going to happen? Do you think he might try to do that? That's something that most people don't do, and he actually had to lift off just a little bit. But were you surprised by that?
Yeah, I mean, I knew that I had to change it up. I couldn't just keep doing the same thing every time. So yeah, I mean, I was running up whoever was above me up just a little bit. I don't know if that was cool or not, but I did it so I could get just get the power down and not have to lift at all, and just kind of get a straight launch off the turn with the restart zone being right at the end of turn 4. So between that and just trying to do things a little bit differently every time, so they wouldn't know where I was going, was just all I was trying to do. But yeah, it was tough, but yeah, it worked out.
Well, man, congratulations. Win at Dover. That's one to be proud of. I love this track, and getting a win here feels like it kind of lets everybody know just how good of a driver you are. And, man, did a great job kind of making your way through the issues early on and then fighting here for a win at the end. So, congratulations. Hope you get to celebrate this one for a while. And as always, man, who you got to thank?
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, thank you as always for putting on an awesome broadcast for us. So really, I've been enjoying these Tuesday night broadcasts this season. I want to thank everyone at Goat Locker, Lincoln Tech, Hidden Whip Brewery, Cruising Classics, Nasty's Restaurant and Bar, Veterans for Life Foundation, Veterans for Life Racing, Invents, Jam Printing and Promotions, McConey Setup Shop, V-Speed, Nazar 360. Also want to thank Indiana Department of Veteran Affairs, Alexander PC, SimMotion, Next Level Racing, iRacing, and Above the Yellow Line for helping us put all this together.
There you have it. Your winner here tonight, Andy Kurtz, takes the victory here at Dover. And we'll move on to the rest of the podium, starting with Jacob Ellingson, which is funny. We've kind of already talked to these drivers before all this, so we kind of know a lot of the answers to the questions. But I mean, they're on the restart. Jake, I got to give you a lot of props. You tried to jump the start. One of them just trying to time it out, and I love it. I love it. Not a bad thing in my opinion, because I've always just begged people. That's your best shot, and you took the shot. It didn't work out, but you're able to fight back for a second place. Talk about your race.
It was definitely a rough one. Got wrecked pretty early in the race, and then just making our way through the field. And then luckily enough, there was a caution. Came down to pit, and then beat the 59 off pit road for the lead, and I was just gonna smooth sail all the way home, hopefully, and then just a bad touch got me, and luckily I caught it together, and second place is what it is. I mean, prefer the win, but I'll take second place all day for the regular season championship points.
Yeah. Well, you already have the win in the bank, so you got to feel pretty good about that. You're right. Great points day. You definitely had speed to win, but yeah, just those late race restarts are nothing you can do. But congratulations on second place. Really great race. You show a lot of patience. You were one of the only drivers able to get back through the field after that big wreck up front. Able to get back up there and at least be in contention. So congratulations for that. Who do you have to thank here tonight?
Definitely got to thank Lincoln Tech for putting their sponsor on this number 27. Hidden Whip Brewery for sponsoring the Xfinity series here. They're doing great things, and can't thank them enough for what they do for GLR. And I got Cruising Classics, Nasty's Restaurant and Bar, Veterans for Life Foundation, Veterans for Life Racing, Invets, Jam Printing and Promotions, McConey Setup Shop, Nazareth 360, the Indiana Department of Veterans Affairs, Alexander PC's, SimMotion, Next Level Racing, Above the Yellow Line with Taylor Kitchen, and none of this would be possible without iRacing, and definitely nobody would be able to watch this great Xfinity series without you, Eddie, at V-Speed. Thanks for everything that you do, man. Appreciate it.
Well, appreciate that and appreciate the great racing out of Jake Ellingson. He comes home in second here tonight. Miles the Monster, man, he really put it on hurting on us tonight. We got one more driver we want to talk to, and that is third place, Daniel Cunningham. We talked to him, said might try to get up there and see if he can't get the win. Came up a little bit short on the win, but you got third place. And that puts you, at the top of the standings. Standings really don't mean too much right now, but out of the drivers who have not won the race, you are the best out of those. So a good finish tonight, third place. Talk about those last few restarts.
Yeah, just not much you can do when you only get a lap or two at a time, and the tire spin was so bad with the fire offs that the leader just had such a big advantage with choosing when to go and everything. So yeah, I kind of feel like if we could have got a longer green flag run in there, I felt like I had better long run pace than short run speed throughout the night anyway. I feel like I'm getting closer on the short run speed. I'm not giving up like I normally do in some of these races. So that's something I've been trying to be a little bit more cognizant about. I've been spotting for Lucas Lyons a little bit here lately, and he's one of the most exciting ones to watch on these restarts in the league. So I've been trying to take some lessons while I'm spotting for him and take notes on how to send that puppy in there when the time calls for it. So but yeah, good night overall. Good rebound from a couple of hiccups along the way and losing some track position there a couple of times. So all in all, can't complain.
Yeah, an average finish of third so far in this series with the drop weeks. And so pretty good start to the season for you, Daniel. Congratulations on the third place finish. Who do you have to thank?
Yeah, appreciate you guys at V-Speed doing the broadcast as always. All the admins putting the work into the series. Thanks to our league sponsors with Hidden Wit Brewery, Jam Printing and Promotions, and all the other ones that sponsor our other series throughout the league. Appreciate all my teammates over at Bandits Motorsports keeping things entertaining throughout the night. Ghost Energy and also SM Race Products.
All right, well, there you have it. Third place finisher, Daniel Cunningham, comes home with a podium. And that's going to do it for us here tonight. Well, Dover put on a show, and it'll shoot you up and spit you out. And that's exactly what happened here. But another one in the books for the Hidden Wit Brewing Company Xfinity Series here on Tuesday night. It was a fun race, and a long one. We actually put in a little bit of work here tonight. But definitely want to thank our sponsors, Hidden Wit Brewery, of course, Lincoln Tech for their sponsorship of the fall series, and all of the other Goat Locker sponsors out there, Pat and Jamie, who do a lot of work, and others who are very involved with Goat Locker. It's got to be more Pat and Jamie for too long. There's a lot of folks that are pushing all kinds of stuff out there for Goat Locker and pushing Goat Locker forward. So we definitely appreciate all the people behind the scenes that are doing a lot of work. Adam Baker, Bradley Cooper with E-Speed. I'm Eddie Smith, and hope y'all enjoy the broadcast. Tomorrow night, Next Gen Series, Cruising Classic Next Gen Series will be on Maconi Entertainment. And then Thursday, Nazareth 360 over the ARCA Series. And then we'll be back Friday for the Friday Truck Series here on V-Speed. So definitely come back out each night of the week. And Sunday, of course, with the Invents Truck Series. Going to be a good one. Good week. Good racing. We'll recover from this one. Everybody will lick the wounds. We'll be back racing tomorrow night in the next gen car. I think they're at Watkins. That should be awesome. We'll see y'all later. Y'all be good. And have a good night.